Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Transport Fever 2 on a map titled Edinburgh. It's not Edinburgh though, it's a random gen map with tweaks, I believe. And it might look a little familiar to you because 6 months ago I did a tour of a map that had been sent to me by a player called John. John's come back again and he said, I built a new one. I gotta go, oh no, have you? And he goes, oh yeah, oh, would you do a map tour? And I went, well, the last one was amazing, so yeah, all right, yeah, go on, fire it over, and I'll get that going for you there. So that's what we're doing. We're doing another map tour, everybody, and you're going to want to make yourself comfortable. Now, as with the last one, this is entirely British in theme, and obviously we're working with no costs going on here. But as before, it is quite a profitable number. But whereas the last one, the main focal point I had was on a passenger station. In this one, there is a goods line on here that is, or rather, a goods hub that is something else. And don't worry, we'll be looking at that presently. But as you can see, there's a few lines. I mean, not a vast number, but a good few lines going on there. And as we look at the old budget, it's doing about 70 million a year. All right, okay, that's all right. It's largely okay. And that's smashing. Right, okay. So here we are, and We'll zoom out a little bit. As before, I have turned off everything other than town names because we're already struggling to get the kind of frame rate that would be ideal. But you can see that we've got every city is properly well built up, and a lot of them have got extra attention to detail paid to them. So if we swing over to Gateshead, for example, you'll see that obviously we've got our freight station here. But then that's been detailed, and it just looks great. You've got your passenger freight integration going on, and John's jolly fond, and I have to say, so am I, of this footbridge design that's going on here. I imagine it's integrated with the mod. There are all the mods going on. I mean, this southeastern. Network Southeast, whatever flipping Southeast station design it is really, really nice. Oh, I should have turned auto-save off. It's all right, it'll be done in a moment. It's only saving a gargantuan amount of information. It'll be fine. To give you some example of just how busy this map is, it did take 20 minutes to load. First time out, and I had to do some texture-based business going on in there as well, but it took a fair shake. Now, there's no planes on this map, or at least none that I've come across, and I don't think there are. And this time around, the only shipping going on is out here at this oil rig, which is rather splendid. Going on, yeah, I think I might need an oil rig on my next playthrough. And it's proper busy as well. So each ship coming in, it waits till it's full, and then pushes off again with a full load. Little tanker barges. And who doesn't love a little tanker barge? Well, if you don't like a little tanker barge, I'll get out of its way. Then frankly, you're doing it wrong. So, okay, well, let's follow this route. Helicopter. Oh, doesn't go anywhere. It just sits there looking great. So the tankers all head out over in this direction. And upon arrival, we get deposited onto trains, and you can tell that this is an oil refining kind of a setup that we've got going on here, because it's properly detailed out with tanks all over the place. And you know what? It might be the same asset used repeatedly, but it really does look the business. It totally looks the part. The other thing that I'm going, you know what? I need some of these. Is little dudes just hanging around, duding stuff. So where are we? We are in Salcombe crude oil terminal. We'll jump on board the next train to leave. We could go and jump on that one, but we'd miss half the show. So we'll wait for the next one to go, which is this one. Right, okay, pile on. Hold on, give me the camera. There we go. Oh, in cab. Oh, that's tasteful. Very nice. Yeah, that'll do. That's a little bit more frightening, but no, that's all good. We'll sit just outside the cab, because then we'll be able to see what's what. Now, obviously, because we're a UK-based map going on here, then we're going to be on the left most of the time. But if I've done my research properly, and I'm not wholly convinced that I have, but I've got a moderate level of expectation that we've done this properly. We will. Sorry, I just wanted to get the camera on the other side. We will be heading for the main freight hub that this map has, and here's something else. Now, as it was with the most impressive passenger station, we had crumbs. I hate getting hit by trains. Would you? This is. I don't know why people ask me to do map tours. You know, I'm somewhat accident prone. This is maybe a little bit bad. You know what you could do? I could just follow it along like this. Why don't you just follow it along like this? It's probably safer. There you go. We've got a red light here. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. No. So, yeah. So, as it was with the passenger look-at we did last time round, the most impressive thing about the map is the number of services running into and out of each station. It really does make for, just a magnificent amount of impact to see the amount of trains flying around. Now, one of the reasons why I suspect we've got no costs turned on is because otherwise your ability to continue to build at this kind of pace is going to be hampered, because the running cost on this stuff is high. However, the majority of these trains are running with a full cargo every time that they set off anywhere. Look at the number of trees. You want to know why my frame rate's gone to hell? Just the trees. The trees are the things doing it. No, cut all the trees down and save that extra 5 frames a second for more trains. This is just a personal opinion, you understand, but I'm right, obviously. Yeah. This is nice, and I'm liking the limited progress speed that we've got going on as well. And the reason I reference the quantity of services that are running is because all too often you'll build a section of track like this and it will sit empty for ages, and right there in the background you can see a train coming immediately. Yeah, the dream is that you've got track that is constantly populated. Well, that's my dream anyway. I don't know what your dream is. Your dream may vary, but you want to have, if you've got a beefy amount of track, you want a beefy number of trains running up and down that track. Okay, it's the trees. Each one of these trees is the same as plunking down a whatnot. If you were to cut all the trees down and replace it with water, see, then the landscape would still look like it had got the business going on, but it would be a little bit quicker, in my humble opinion. But I mean, you know, I didn't build this, so I'm entitled to whatever humble opinion I feel like. Right, where are we now? We're at this is Salcombe. Right, so we're hauling it along quite nicely. That is a goods platform there, but we're not stopping. No reason to stop. I don't know if that's operational. I would imagine it is. There's one missing mod. This bridge style. We couldn't find it when it came time to do the review. We couldn't find the mod anywhere, so the mod's been removed, which is why it looks a little bit odd. But that's the only one that misfired. That's mods for you. You know, expect the unexpected. They're great when they're brand new and operational, but then the mod maker goes, "Nah, that's it, I've had enough now, I'm off." And you kind of go, "Well, no, hold on, wait, hold on. No, come back, I need that to work. No, I'll take it off the workshop as well, because that won't frustrate anybody, because it wasn't very good and I wasn't very pleased with it." You kind of go, "No, wait, no, bring it back." Never mind. I digress, as is so often the case. Well, there's that bridge again. Actually, it's used in a surprising number of places. It's clearly is it a pillarless number, or is it simply a case that because the mod itself isn't present, neither are its pillars? But then, if you're thinking about, attention to detail, we've got perimeter fencing along this entire route on both sides. That's proper dedication, that is, because it's a pretty thankless task, and an awful lot of the time you're going to be viewing in a zoomed out kind of position. And honestly, if it hadn't got fences, would you really notice? You might not notice, but you'd know. You know that you hadn't done it properly. Right, here we are, coming up on this absolute ruddy masterpiece of a freight hub, and I'm not exaggerating. It is absolutely belting. In fact, this might not even be it. This is whatever it is. This is pretty belting too. All right, I'm standing by belting as a review. I'll let you know if it's the one that I was thinking of. It's not, it's not. No, this is just the oil refinery. No, really? What gives it away? Oh, I don't know. Maybe 450 tanks sat over there, and an unholy number of buses for some reason here at Whitby. No, I'm not sure this isn't it, I think maybe it's that. No, it's not. It isn't. This isn't it. This is just the oil refinery. That's magnificent. No, this is absolutely top notch, and obviously because we're dropping off here, we will have just made a reasonable chunk of change in the process. But the attention that's been paid to it has largely been in selling that this is a legitimate, operating megabucks, proper continental size industrial facility. And as much as the base game is absolutely dandy, this is what an oil refinery looks like. This is the scale of your oil refinery business. The one in the game might work perfectly fine, but it doesn't, to me, say, yeah, I'm a proper big deal of an oil refinery, me. So here we go. We're in Whitby then. No, the actual big fella is just outside Edinburgh. Should we go see it now? Yeah. No. I mean, this is not a clickbaity video. If you've written greatest freight hub ever or similar, which is probably what I've written in there somewhere, then let's show that off. I think we've done enough exposition now that we can go and see the big dog. Hold on, the big dog is down here. Now it's just a freight interchange, right? There's nothing too complex about it until you notice just how much stuff is coming in and out of it. So we've got 2 trains on the way out. Seriously, turn autosave off. Turn it off. Otherwise, it's just going to get in the way of your narrative all the time, and you're going to get people thumbsing down a video going, "Well, it was great up until autosave it came in for the 6th time, and we just got to hang around." All right, I'll fix it. Hang on. As I was saying, the impressive thing. I mean, look, we've got 2 trains leaving now. You've got a passenger train running down the bottom there. There's another freight train that's just left. We're incoming. We've got one here, and we've got another one there coming in now. Here's one that's leaving. There's another one that's leaving. There are always freight services either arriving or leaving, or a combination of the two. Arriving and leaving at the same time? Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Right, let's zoom in and soak up some of the action. These cranes are all pretty dinky. The fact that they're in constant motion, it sells that there's work going on here. But the amount of freight being stored here is not insignificant. It's largely construction materials and food, if memory serves me correctly. Let's turn the old icons on. Right, what we got here? You've got tools, fuel, food, con mats, machines. Same deal going on everywhere. But I mean, we're talking some solidly good numbers here. Yeah, I mean, there's probably 500-600 bits to pick up there. And obviously these services that are coming in, some of them are going to be dropping off, like that one just did, whereas others are picking up, and the frequency of service is such that it's pretty much always topped up. But how many terminals are we looking at here? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5? Yeah, it's 5 terminals. 5 freight terminals operating out of a single hub. And then as you move towards the exit, you've got fully dressed shunting yards. Side tracks going on there, which just, they really sell just how busy it is. Making full use of the engine shed design as well to sell that. It's just a nice touch. Then you've got a good kind of waterfall junction coming in. You're sending one out over the top, and that's one of the things that John does very nicely in his designs. Is these are thought out track plans. They're not just kind of smashed in as the crow flies, go the quickest way possible. He is integrating track wherever it's possible to do so, with the other services in the area. So this line coming over the top here, this is a passenger line. I clocked one coming out of the trees because I rode on this one earlier on. I went like I'm looking for fun stuff to get my teeth into on this. Oh, there you go. Here comes one now. There you go. So that's a Super Voyager, unless I'm mistaken, which I probably am. I'll be honest. My knowledge is rudimentary, but then you've got enough of those going on as well that it sells how busy it is. You see a freight train going in there. You've got another one coming in over the top. This is the stuff that makes me jolly happy indeed, and and you should be too. If you're not jolly happy, then don't clap your hands. Right, no, okay, look, so we'll continue to follow this line down the way. There's a bit more. What have we got going on here? So there's con mats going on there, and that's modded as well to use different style con mat wagons, which is kind of cool. You are obviously the return service to go get the next load. But this is what I mean. So you've got the far end terminal here from the hub that works its way out onto the line before swerving back out over here, and that's food processing. Okay, all right, that's nice. A passenger running alongside the freight service here. That's good stuff. And because they're all sharing the line, means you've got a bit of queuing going on, which means that more often than not, when a train passes through a junction, you're going to get another one immediately pass through the junction after it, which helps keep that busy level up. Right, where are we in now? This is Fareham. Okay, so this is the food processing hub by the looks of it. I don't know if you'd call it a hub so much as just this is where the food processing magic occurs. And that's coming off pretty nicely. Now, where's the food actually coming from? So if we think raw food rather than the prepared version, where are we getting that? Presumably it's coming from over here and then heading in on this line. You look like a suspicious looking dude there. Hold on. What are you? And where have you come from? And state your business. All right, this is lumber. It is, yeah, it is lumber. And to be fair, there are a good number of trees going on here. This is a save game that will bring pretty much any computer to its knees. I've got a lot of spec in my computer, and frankly, it's going to make it stop. And I go, no, we'll not make it stop. I want it to continue running. Right, so these are the sawmills. Not a phenomenal amount of lumber coming in, but we do have a drop-off of 220 about to arrive. So let's see how that actually distributes. So you've got 3 lumber lines heading outwards, and then a whole bunch of... No, really? 5. How are we looking at here? That's 4. That's another 3. So that's 7. That's 8 by the looks of it. No, it's 7. You counted that one twice. So you've got 7 inbound the lumber lines. That's interesting. Well, yeah, obviously, even if you were only running 1 train per line, it would mean that there would be a constant influx of lumber coming in. Now you'll see it, you know, it's zipping in, it's zipping straight back out again to be shipped. I'm just kind of curious as to what level of throughput we're getting here. Now, wait till full will take you only so far. You've got to be able to build up the demands in order to make it function afterwards. But it's already, I mean, it's ticking along quite nicely. Just not that quick. Okay, all right, that's all right. I was just curious. And then you've got another depot going on over here. Or rather another station. This is freight to Oxford. So this is taking the end goods out to Oxford. This presumably is Oxford. It is Oxford, look. And that will be coming from the hub itself, because it was storing both tools and machines, which is what Oxford desires. Let's keep working along the line here out to Halesworth, because now we're in the, you know, this is the... Oh, I'm going to bet money this was the last station that was developed, right? Because the city itself, not much to speak of. It's little more than a town. But even then, we've got a properly built up station going on. I'm not sure about the integration of passenger services there. I think it might be a case of you walk. Oh no, hold on. There you go. There's your passenger service. For commuting around, that's coming on there. We've got freight coming in here too. Presumably, we've got both freight and passenger. Well, it certainly looks that way. Yeah, this is obviously a freight setup. Although, is that just a truck stop? It's just a truck stop. Oh, cool. Okay. All right. No, that's nice. Yeah, no, it's great. But even then, you've still got the construction materials plant here as well. So using the editing functions to set up so that each town has an associated business will mean that that not only are you taking passengers in between each town, but you're also you've also got freight services going there as well, which makes for a much more dynamic and interesting kind of track layout. Otherwise, you end up, you know, just shoving all your freight in one direction. And this is quarrying. Quite clearly a dab of quarrying going on here. Very nice. Okay, yeah, no, that's nifty. Right, okay, what else have we got? Look at all this. Look, we've got this huge map with nothing in this bit at all. Now, I wonder if John's going to build any more here, but I suspect probably not, given how the frame rate is. It's verging on the not so much frame rate anymore. No, it's like one frame to rule them all. Skyscrapers for the skyscraper people. That's all nice. And then you've got your standard bit of station action and a bit of freight by truck. Although no, that's a definite freight line. Right, we're going to pile on here. We'll watch it leave first, because obviously on this class 47, which is bringing, I don't know, what are those, Mark 1s? No, there must be like that, Mark 3s. You don't know. You're saying things to make it sound like you know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know, it comes with the job. Right, there you go. Yeah, yes. Right, if that starts to accelerate now, we will get a lovely bit of camera action here. As long as I maintain my track adequately. Ignore the bridge. The bridge is a lie. Don't worry about that. There you go. Yeah, see? Bit of just, arguably, too many trees. I think too many trees is maybe a running theme on this one, but you know what? It doesn't have to make the landscape look nice. Yeah, that's quite pleasing. Right, we're going to hop on and see where this takes us. Well, we can look up where it's taken us into Edinburgh. So it's taken us into the main passenger station. We'll undoubtedly see some friends along the way. What are we carrying? 127 of 198 passengers. So when I said that, you know, this is probably another profitable line that we're running here, it probably is a profitable line. There's the partner service going the other way. Smashing. Proper signal boxes going on at every complicated junction, because that's pretty authentic. The signal selection it's all on point, and it just makes you go, see, this is what happens when you put your back into it. when you actually put the effort in, you can come up with something that's pretty impressive to look at. And this is pretty impressive to look at. The real question is, how many hours do you sink into it, and what's the level of detail that you find acceptable? As one who recently dabbled in a little bit of just a bit of extra detail to kind of sell what I was doing, I get it. I totally get, making it look as appealing as possible. That's something I can fully relate to. But where do you draw the line? Because you've got to do it somewhere, otherwise you'll never get to see it in motion. And surely that is the payoff at the end of the tunnel. Saying that, we're in a tunnel at the moment. Yeah. But even so, you want no payoff, then, heavens to Betsy. I don't really know where I was going with that, I'll be completely honest with you, but it's all good nonetheless. So theoretically, we should be on the approach to Edinburgh as we come out of this tunnel, but we'll just have to see what happens. Well, no prizes for guessing what he's hauling. Train. Yes, very good. You are both bold, wise, and clever at the same time. Right. Is it? There you go. Bit of nice view going on here. I'd half expected to see the city. Well, I'll take you as far as Edinburgh, and then you can make your own way from there. Get an Uber or something. A bit of rogue tree. Smash. Or not, another bit of rogue tree. No, see, no, that's it. No, ruined. It's all ruined. These rogue trees have made it so that I'm completely unable to enjoy this map at all. Although that said, it is rather good. So I might let it off the hook on that front. Yeah. This, I believe, is going to be the Edinburgh Freight interchange. I don't know. Is it? Yeah, I reckon. Well, it will be if there are another couple coming up. But given the bridge that we've got going on here, and I'm pretty certain that is the freight interchange going on. So we've got a bridge here. You've got another one there, but that looks like a road bridge. You've got other services coming in from that direction. Meanwhile, underneath, you've got freight services going on. Is that one? That one must be the road, this top deck. Yeah, I can see a car. But it's all using the same bridging material throughout is also a good way to kind of sell that it is a wholly thought out kind of build. Edinburgh has got some buildings. Well, yeah, what were you expecting? No, I mean, look at the size of those. Flippin' heck, that's your central business district and no mistake. And all the passenger stations are on the periphery. Presumably so that it makes the kind of goods distribution bit sing all the sweeter. Well, there you go. We're coming into Edinburgh. Thanks again to John for getting in touch and asking me to do a sponsored video here to show you off his latest handiwork. It's terrific stuff, and it's kind of given me an idea of what I want to do next. Not in terms of what I'm building, but the nature by which it is built. I've had an idea, and I already had an idea for my next series, but there you go. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I'm pretty certain John will be in the comments below to answer any questions that you've got. There is a mod collection available on the Steam Workshop called Edinburgh. Yes, which is spelled Edinburgh for those of you for whom British English is not your starting point. I should call it English, really, shouldn't I? Never mind. We are more than one minor country. We are several minor countries who operate together. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio. Well, there you go. I'll tell you something. John delivers, doesn't he? Doesn't he deliver? I said in the bombastic intro, you're allowed to feel a little bit inadequate. That's a perfectly human thing to feel. But that does. What a great route. And frankly, looking at inspiring builds like that, it's what I try to do from time to time, is build something to inspire you fine people to go off and have a brainwave and go, I'm nicking that idea, but I'm going to do it better. Great. Well, in this case, I'm nicking a couple of ideas from here and probably doing it worse. But hey, whatever. Genuinely doesn't matter. So a big thanks to John for sending this my way and for sponsoring this video. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm wearing all the clobber. Yeah, I'm wearing all the clobber because for a limited time only, friends. This is kind of a commercial bit, all right? Okay, you can leave if you want, or you can stick around and wait to what I'm going to say. What am I going to say? Well, what I'm going to say, friends, is that for a limited time only, the Colonel Failure Bulldozer Edition baseball cap is available for sale over on colonelfailure.com, which will redirect you over to the fresh merch dot something or other. And it's only available for a finite time. When they're all gone, they're all gone. That's it. It's over. So if you fancy one of these, you can wear it that way around and look like a dude. Or you can go strictly business, which is in keeping with the brand. Speaking of which, the polo shirt is available. Yeah, comes in a multitude of colours, grey or black. Yeah, multitude. That's multitude in many cultures from around the world, particularly this one. Yeah, so there you go. Get yourself over there if you fancy a bit of swag. I mean, obviously, look, wear them both and it makes it look like you're a pit crew. At best, at worst, it makes it look like you work in a fast food establishment that caters to bulldozer drivers. But what the heck? It's all good. So that's my pitch, all right? It's a relatively inexpensive price, depending on your definition of relatively inexpensive, of course. And it's available for a finite time. colonelfailure.com. Link inscription, obviously, so you can find it there as well. Knock yourselves out. Get your wallet out. Go on, get on with it. Go on, just go and buy something. Or don't. I hate doing this. Anyway, look, if I don't do it, nobody knows, see, and nobody bothers even looking. There's other things are available too. I can't say that they're any more desirable than what you're seeing now, but frankly, if you don't desire this, then I can't help you. No. Anyway, there you go. A fresh series of Transport Fever 2 will be commencing on this channel fairly soon. I say fairly soon. I think I've spelled it out a little bit more over in the old scrolly text bit. So if you were paying too much attention to me and you haven't read that, go back and read that and you'll get some long-winded story about what is and isn't happening. Good. Right. Anyway, I'm done with you for today. Thank you very much for your attention. You may now go about your business.